Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I want to give all honor and praise to the Most High, our Creator. I also want to give due respect to the founder and leader of Shema Yisrael, Chief Prince Zippor ben Zavulun. I also want to give due respect to my spiritual leader, founder of Shomrei HaTorah, Nasi Yashuvel ben Zavulun. I would like to also give due respect to all those that could hear me and who are watching the video tonight. Thank you for tuning in. I also want to bid you, in the tongue of our ancient forefathers, Shabbat Shalom. Tonight, I am here present with my daughter, Tahura, and I am Sister Afua. Tonight, my daughter is going to start off reading Psalms 92, Psalms 125, and Deuteronomy 6, chapter 4 through 15. Tahura.
Psalm 92. It is a good thing to give thanks unto the Most High, and to sing praises unto thy name, O Most High, to show forth thy loving kindness in the morning, and thy faithfulness every night. Upon an instrument of 10 strings, and upon the psaltery, upon the harp of a solemn sound. For thou, O Most High, hast made me glad through thy work. I will triumph in the works of thy hands. O Most High, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. A brutish man knoweth not, neither doth the fool understand this. When the wicked spring up as the grass, and when all the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. But thou, O Most High, art most high forevermore. For lo thy enemies, O Most High, for lo thine enemies shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be scattered, but my horn shalt thou exalt like the horn of a wild ox. I shall be anointed with fresh oil. Mine eyes also shall see my desire of my enemies, and my ears shall hear my desire of the wicked that rise up against me. The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Those that be planted in the house of the Most High shall flourish in the courts of our Elohim. They shall still bring forth fruit in old age. They shall be fat and flourishing, to show that the Most High is upright. He is my rock, and there is no unrighteousness in him. Psalms 125. They that trust in the Most High shall be as Mount Zion, which cannot be removed, but abideth forever. As the mountains are round about Jerusalem, so is my Elohim round about his people from henceforth even forever. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands into iniquity. Do good, O Elohim, unto those that be good, and to them that are upright in their hearts. As for such as turn aside unto thy crooked ways, the Most High shall lead them forth with the workers of iniquity, but peace shall be upon Israel.
Hallelujah.
Deuteronomy 6:4. Hear, O Yisrael, Elohim is our power, Elohim is one. Love Elohim, your power, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. These words which I am commanding you today must remain on your heart. Teach them to your children, and speak of them when you are at home, when traveling on the road, when you lie down, and when you rise up. Bind these words as a sign on your hand, and let them be as a frontlet in between thine eyes. Also write them on parchments to thy doorposts of your houses and your gates. When the Most High, your Elohim, brings you to the land that he swore to your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that he will give to you, great flourishing cities that you did not build, houses filled with all good things that you did not put there, finished cisterns that you did not quarry, and vineyards and olive trees that you did not plant. You will eat and be satisfied. But be careful that you do not forget Elohim. He is the one who brought you out of Egypt, the place of slavery. Remain in awe of Elohim, serve him, and swear by his name. Do not follow other deities, such as the deities of the nations round about you. Elohim is your power. He is a jealous Elohim, and he has exclusive allegiance from you. Do not cause Elohim's anger to be unleashed against you, since it will destroy you from off the face of the earth. Do not test Elohim, your power, as you tested him in the Masa. Be very careful to keep the commandments of Elohim, your power, as well as the rituals and decrees that he commanded you. Do what is upright and good in his eyes, so that he will be good to you. You will then come and occupy the good land that Elohim has promised your fathers. As Elohim promised, he will repulse all your enemies before thee.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Tahora, for reading that portion. Now we'll begin with the prayer. Hallelujah. Most High, O gracious, merciful one, I want to give thanks and praises for allowing myself and my daughter to do the Erev Shabbat service tonight and to arrive and stay safe here in New York through this cold, cold weather. I give thanks for the Shabbat day. It's always a delight to enjoy the Shabbat. I give thanks for all things that you have presented us to and presented us with. Total Most High for allowing us to make it here to have dinner with Nasika Ruach. Total Most High for all things and everything. May we continue to walk in your light and do all things that you have bestowed upon us. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Amen.
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 Okay, family. Tonight I'm going to talk about a community living. And basically, I'm going to talk about Goshen Ivri community in particular. Goshen Ivri community is located in Georgia. It is in one of the blackest counties in the state of Georgia, 92% black. The city that it's adjacent to is is impoverished in some areas, but not impoverished in others. And then we're close to the first um, capital of Georgia, which is the city of Milledgeville. So as we begin, I'm gonna just kind of like talk about Goshen, what it means to us, and for us as a people now, and also related to um, in the Tanakh. So in Wayagash, we see how Judah confronted Joseph about the turmoil between him and his brothers at the moment when he was talking about taking them to jail, and Judah came and uh, spoke with him on it to kind of just see what was going on and why this was happening. So I related to us now as because we have so many of us Hebrew Israelites who have a lot of turmoil between us, not just one as ourselves, but as our respective congregations as a whole as well. And one thing that we are our goal in Goshen is to have a place of community living and building. Um, Goshen, if we look back, was a place of separation for us as Israelites from the dominant part of culture that is doing everything but what the Most High has told us to do. So when we look at what Goshen was for in Egypt, it in a lot of essence, it's the same thing that it's going to be for us here in the United States of America. Um, Goshen, for one, is going to be a community living of Hebrew Israelites, Torah based. So a lot of things that we're doing has already been set forth. It's been the blueprint is already there. It's already in the Torah. So we're not reinventing the wheel. We're not reinventing new laws or anything like that. Everything we're doing is coming strictly from Torah, which the Most High has already set on record. Also, we want a place for our children to have that space to grow and be not feel like, oh, I'm so different that I gotta kind of like fall into the traps of what the world is telling them to be. We're building a community so that our children, sisters and brothers, we're all comfortable and we can be who we're supposed to be, which is the light of the nations. We're supposed to be able to walk around and feel comfortable and do as the Most High has set for us to do, wearing our fringes, our long skirts, our head wraps, our kippas, our katonas. We're supposed to represent we're supposed to represent the Most High everywhere. But in Goshen, we'll be able to be that and be comfortable amongst each other and not be like, oh, today I need to go to work, so I need to kind of like hide my tzitzis. No, we're all going to be amongst each other. There's no hiding. We shouldn't hide, period, but we definitely wouldn't have to hide amongst one another. Um, for so long, our elders have talked about buying land, having a place for us to be, And we have that now. Goshen is a place for us to say, okay, there's no need to continue talking about it. There's other communities that have been built too in Israelite, as other Hebrew Israelites have built. But Goshen is here in United States. So this is somewhere where, it's close by. You can come and be a part of. Um, one of the issues that we've been for so long is we've been in a state of arrested development where, as a community, we're so stuck on trying to be a part of the social norm that we talk and we continue to talk about what we're going to do, but we don't act on it because socially it's not acceptable. We're now in a time where we have to walk away from what is socially acceptable. So many things are socially acceptable that is against Torah. We're not trying to be against Torah at all. So why should we want to be socially acceptable? So at this stage, we have to stop being stagnant. We are a mighty people. We are a mighty race. We have to get up. We have to move. We have to make this happen. This is not a call to say, hey, come and hey, just come and chill. This is a community that we're building, and we're not just building this community for our generation. This is for our future. This is for our children. This is something that when they look at it, they're like, wow, look at what has been done. Look at what has been set before us. And so this is what we have to continuously remind ourselves, that everything that we're doing is for our children's, for our future. Goshen is it's a beautiful place. Um, it's kind of like it's hard to describe because once you're there, you feel free, you feel relaxed, you feel like you're at home. Every time I arrive into Hancock County, I'm like, oh, I'm home. And when we have to leave to go home, to go back to the city where we have our homes, it feels like we're leaving our place where we're supposed to be. Um, I'm sorry, you guys. I am a little nervous, so okay. So, but honestly, Goshen is a place where we want to have peace, where we want to have harmony, where we want to provide, a life that we all yearn for, that communal living where I could just go two houses up and be like, hey sis, you have so and so, and we can trade, we can teach each other, our children growing up together, going to schools together, worship, all of us worshiping together in one building, farming, having our own food. I mean, it's so many different aspects of Goshen that are just at in our hands right now, and we just have to push through the negatives, push through the I guess you could say the doubts and the obstacles that we set before ourselves and that the society has set before us. As a when we come together as one, we're mightier than when we are just one person. So that's what we have to do. We have to form. We have to come together. We have to be united in this process. Um, so I wanted to talk about when I came into this way of life about 10 years ago. I came from the New African Revolutionary Nation. I grew up very pro-black, proud to be black, um, all of that, where I was taught about having our own, getting our own land, having our own community. And when I see what we're doing here, it's the same concept, it's the same reflection. We're just doing it under the laws of the Most High. And what I understood it to be also is also it's a time where we can now say, yes, let's implement some things that we can do for our youth, like rites of passages, where our sons and our daughters are going through processes that are helping them become better women, better men, better than we have become. And being in this land is going to help that, because they're going to be able to be hands on with building their own houses, starting their own projects, just having more access to saying, look at what we can do as a community, as young men and women. One thing that I admired this week was Nasi Yashuvel and Nasi Rav. They brought some of the young boys down from Atlanta into the land. And if you watched Nasi Yashuvel's videos this week, you saw the young brothers working together, building an earth bag home. And they didn't have others come help them. These young brothers, four of them, were making the soil together, making it hard into bricks, just going through the motions every day. This is a part of a rites of passage. This is going to teach them the foundation of starting to be men. This is what we're supposed to be teaching our young men. This is so that they can establish themselves, so that when they do, find them a wife, they have substance to them. They're not just, okay, here's a young Israelite brother who he knows a little something. He knows a little Ivrit, but he also knows how to build a house. He also knows how to start that well. He also knows how to dig and farm and raise animals, and we're not only doing this for our young brothers. This is going to be done with our young daughters as well. So there's a lot of different things that we have to start looking forward to and pushing in our own selves, so that once we do become a community, a bigger community, it'll already be developed and established. It's like I keep saying, I would also like to just reflect on the sacrifices that we have to make as a nation. Coming from a big city, you when you're coming into the land, we're not going in as like there's nothing there. There'll be houses. It'll be houses kind of like, how we live now, but it'll just be in a community format. So it'll be on a smaller scale, but it'll be just us. So it'll be different, but it won't be so different that you're like, oh my God, I miss the city. You know, it's not far from a city that has a lot of different things, but our whole concept is to develop this community, develop resources for ourselves and for the community outside of Goshen, so that we can be like, when the Most High says we're a light, that's what a light means. A light means bringing new things. A light means, representing who we are, opening up doors, inviting our community in. This isn't going to be Hebrew Israelites and we just close everybody out. That's not what the Most High didn't teach us that. So of course, we want to be a pleasant people, and it starts within. So as we continue to work on ourselves and we continue to move forward and come into the community, one thing we have to do is be conscious of what we're representing, how we want to be represented, and understand that coming into Goshen is going to be different, but it's going to be so enlightening. We're definitely going to have a community of, there's going to be rules of, dress and dietary law. We're going to definitely go through, it's going to be Torah based. So everything we do will be strictly to what the Most High has already set for us. So, I want people to look at it as a, not an escape, but more like a place to just find yourself again, like to be reborn, like to renew your soul, renew yourself, a new and come and embrace the earth, embrace your brothers and sisters. It's a lot. going on right now to form, the community. And as we continue to build, as we continue to have conversations, we'll continue to enlighten everyone and pull our resources. This is not just a Shomrei HaTorah progress, where we're not saying, oh, only Shomrei. No, not just Shema. This is a community for Hebrew Israelites. This is not a congregational um, building project where it's just for us. This is for the whole of Yisrael. Um, I would like to have my daughter read Psalms 1.
Okay.
I like that psalm. It speaks, it speaks to me about, what we're doing right now and how we have to really be righteous, how we have to really go to the Most High with everything and continue to call on Him. Torah.
Psalms 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of Elohim, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of the water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For Elohim knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish.
Hallelujah. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. We'll definitely have more information for everyone about Goshen. Thank you for sitting through my nervousness. Woo-hoo. And I'm going to close out with a prayer. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Total Most High for allowing myself and my daughter to do the Erev Shabbat service. Most High, continue to walk with us and be with us as a nation. Continue to enlighten us as a nation. O Most High, continue to have mercy upon us, on your people, as we go through our struggles. May they be daily or, whenever. Most High, continue to be with us. Total Most High for all things and everything. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Amen.
Amen.